Friends, hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the Curvy E Chronicles. My name is Courtney, and friends, we are cooking our meal plan from last week, so let's get into it. Caution, watching the following content may cause extreme hunger. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, fam, you've been warned. Just like always, you're going to be hungry. So, last week we had London broil on sale at my local grocery store. So, basically we're just going to cook this up regular. Normally I'd have my husband grill it, but it's not nice enough out yet for him to grill. Or at least I'm trying to get dinner ready ahead of time. So, we're going to pull the plastic off. I'm going to use the Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse. Both sides, pat it in. And then while my pan is heating up, I'm going to heat up my large cast iron. I'm going to cut the ends off of my asparagus. Asparagus is in season right now, so it's on sale. So this is what we are going to use as a side today. So I got 2 stalks, and I'm glad I did because weirdly enough, my kids love asparagus. But we're just going to toast this in the oven or cook it in the oven. I don't know what you want to call it. Steam it, roast it in the oven. So a little bit of oil, some Kinder's garlic and herbs, some garlic salt. We're going to toss it all together. And then I did get a little bit wild. And I put a little bit of balsamic vinegar on half of it just because I had a feeling the kids may not like the half that has it. So half got some balsamic vinegar, the other half didn't. The other thing that went along with this was a side salad, and I cheated and bought a Taylor Farms salad kit, which came with barely any bacon bits. So I went in with some more bacon bits, minus the pack of Chiclets. So we're going to mix all of that up, and then we're going to shake it real good. Pan's getting warm. We're going to put a little bit of oil in there, and then we're going to slap that meat in there. I like my medium rare, so I think I did probably I don't know. I flipped it a couple of times. I want to say 10 minutes aside. That might be wrong. I don't know. I wasn't timing it. I do the finger trick to determine medium or rare, medium rare, well done kind of thing. You can Google the finger trick and it'll show you how you're supposed to poke the meat and what it's supposed to look like kind of thing. So I do add some butter in later on to just give it some more flavor. This is what the bad boy looks like. You do want to let it rest, pull it out of the pan, let it rest for a few minutes before you slice into it. But whew, so good. I love when these go on sale because they're something that not only feeds our whole family, but usually leaves us with some leftovers. I typically like to take the leftovers and either make sandwiches with it, or I'll put it into breakfast the next day, make burritos or a scramble or something. So, all right, day 2, we're going to use my fancy Ziploc bag holder here so we can marinate our chicken. I did this in the morning, but we are going to take our cilantro because we are doing cilantro lime chicken tacos. We're going to take our cilantro and we are going to just give it a good rough chop. I'm only doing about half of this super big bundle. It was a really big bundle. And we're going to just chop till it's about like this. And then we're going to put that into our gallon Ziploc bag along with some lime juice and some olive oil or avocado oil because I don't use olive oil. I don't know if you knew this trick, but in order to get your limes real juicy, you roll them. You do this with lemons too. Give them a good little roll. It makes them a little softer, a little easier to squeeze. Do I have a juicer? Yeah. Do I use it? No, because I didn't want to dirty another dish. So lime juice, a couple of tablespoons of avocado oil, and then we're going in with seasoning. So we've got chili powder, we've got cumin, and then we've got garlic powder and onion powder. I think we did both. Yeah, we did both. And I kid you not, I don't know what it is about this container, but my garlic powder container just has the joy of life of wanting to yeet itself everywhere. So anyway, put in your chicken thighs, wiggle them around, squish them in there, and leave them all day or overnight if you want to. Seems to work best. Then we're going to, when it's time for dinner, get our pan hot with a little bit of oil in it, and then we're going to add in our chicken thighs. These are chicken thighs. I think the recipe says to pull it out and pat them off and dry them off. I didn't do that. I just put them in there. And then I am going to heat up our tortillas just on another cast iron with a little bit of butter. But Cook them for about like 6 to 7 minutes on both sides until they are nice and done. We're going to flip all those over, and then once they're all done, we're going to chop them up. This was like, what, 5 or 6 different chicken thighs, and this was enough for all of us to have at least 2 tacos, and then we had plenty for leftovers for my husband and for me to add to one of my other salad kits that I picked up at the grocery store. So chop that up, and look how juicy that is. Anyway, put this with some cheese, some sour cream, a little bit of salsa, some extra of the leftover cilantro, some extra lime. It was fantastic. And then we had like chips and salsa on the side too. All right, friends, Wednesday. These are homemade potatoes. So I just cut up some russet potatoes, peeled them because the peels were looking a little rough. And then we're going to just cut them like French fries and wash them in a cold bath. Dry them off really good, put them in a bowl, some avocado oil, some Johnny seasoned salt, some paprika, some garlic powder, some onion powder, you know, the huge. They really should add those together. Someone should make a seasoning when those are added together, because those go together like peas and carrots. Like Marley and me. Just kidding. And then my secret ingredient's a little bit of cornstarch. And we're going to mix that all in together. Be prepared. Your fingers are going to get messy. And while my air fryer is heating up, because that's how I do my fries in the air fryer, we are going to do another London broil with some buttery steakhouse. And just like before, dump it on, pat it in, heat up your pan. We're going to slap that bad boy in the pan. This one came out really rare. It was kind of an odd cut, and it took a while to cook. Meanwhile, I got some beeswax wraps for my bread. Love it. So this is my Italian urban cheese sourdough that I've made, which we love. It is a fan favorite. It makes great grilled cheese, and honestly, it makes these sandwiches just like top notch. So you can see here where the one end is really cooking and the other end isn't. So it was definitely an odd shape, and it made for some uneven cooking, but we figured it out. All right, fries are halfway done. We're gonna give them a shake, a little toss, a little twizzle. They look so good. They are delicious. All right, this is not done, but I am gonna slice it up, and we're gonna re-cook it in the pan. So I kept my pan on because we're gonna do that. Do you see how rare that is? I like medium rare. That is a rare piece right there. So we're gonna put that back in the pan. We're gonna let it cook for a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna flip all 3 pieces over. Right here, I am struggling to flip them with my spatula. I should have just grabbed some tongs, but I'm pretty sure they were dirty from the night before, so ignore me. Then we're gonna top it with a slice of Swiss cheese. In the meantime, my bread was toasted in the toaster. We took some of this Kinder's garlic parmesan, got this giant bottle at Costco, slapped that on the bread. Then we're gonna bring our meat and cheese over once the cheese is all melted. Again, struggling with the damn spatula. And then we're just gonna smash it on there, cut it in half, and call it a day. The kids didn't really eat it as sandwich, they just ate it as meat and fries, but still, a solid win for the family. Very filling, and I don't know if it's the protein in the meat or if it's the thickness of the bread, but it's a good one. We enjoyed it. All right, last meal of the week. This one doesn't look pretty, but it is good. So we got some spaghetti, and then we're going to take some more chicken thighs. We are going to dry them off, and then we're going to season them. Garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, both sides. Right there. See? Ta-da. And then we're going to go into a hot pan with a little bit of oil. I did have to make some room in here because these were big thighs. Kind of like my own. Just kidding. Moving on. And then while those are cooking, I think I did like 8 minutes on each side because they were thick. We're going to cut up our mushrooms. These took a little longer to cook than I expected, but we're going to remove them from the pan. We're going to put in a couple tablespoons of butter. These, by the way, are the garlic parmesan. No. Garlic chicken thighs with sun-dried tomatoes. And then we just put it over the top of spaghetti. Butter, add in our mushrooms. We're going to let those cook down for a little bit. Let the butter melt. Then we're going to add in our sun-dried tomatoes. Mine look like this because they come out of the fridge, and I didn't take it out of the fridge soon enough for it to kind of, the oil to like become oily. It gets cold and looks like this. I promise they're not rotten. And then garlic, and we're going to let that cook down. Then we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of chicken stock and just use that to deglaze the pan. I feel so fancy when I do that, but really that's all it is. Now I went off recipe. I added in some heavy whipping cream because that just sounded like it would go really well with this. So it makes it look a little like not great, but I promise you it tastes amazing. So we're gonna add our chicken back in. I did cut this up for the kids. I was going out this night for a mom's night out, so don't mind the fine china, but I promise you this was delicious. The kids weren't a huge fan of it, but they did eat all of their chicken. So friends, that is all she wrote for today's Cook With Me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and remember to spread kindness like glitter, friends. Bye.